Like, subscribe and get notified.
41% of the total accidents in Goa are self-accidents, where the accident is caused due to the driver's own fault, such as overspeeding, intoxication with drinks or drugs, and performing of stunts. Most of these accidents are avoidable, but there is literally one death every 3 days in Goa.
And when we see the statistic of the self-accident, in the 2023, there are 120 people died in the self-accident.
Right.
In 2023, total 290 people died in the accidents, total accident, different types, different category. But out of which 120 people died in self-accident. So
Right.
if these self-accidents could have been avoided, then there would have been, this figure would have been, we can say that really it is within the control.
Right.
And I think that this is possible with everyone's effort.
Right.
If we follow traffic rules, regulations, and whatever,
Right.
like care while driving. So this could have been avoided.
Right. Roland, just to bring you in quickly,
Yeah.
the idea here is, see, we, of course, though we are talking about self-accident, that is the universe of our discussion,
Yes.
but it need not be limited only to that.
Yes.
But the point here is that let us first see that now with this trend completely increasing, for self-accidents, you cannot really blame people. But at the same time, you cannot lose lives. So how do you bring about a balance of this?
Yeah. See, in self-accidents, no doubt, we are not talking of the vehicle driver or rider engaging with another vehicle.
Right.
But there is one section which we need to look at,
Right.
which are, the environment in which the person is driving.
Right.
So, for example, stray cattle, stray dog, a pig running across the road, a pothole which is not visible.
These bad roads is huge.
Yeah.
Yes,
So,
correct.
so one of the things that we need to do is look at the self-accident again in two categories. A category wherein the driver or rider is not controlling himself. So maybe he's indulging in, say, some substance abuse. Maybe alcohol, maybe some drug content is there. Or he is talking on the mobile. Or, for example, he is watching a video.
Right.
Because some vehicles have this, TV kind, small TVs
Right.
fitted inside.
Right.
Or there could be sleep deprivation.
Right.
So people are driving, you see many of these accidents at between 12 and 3 o'clock in the morning.
Right.
So this is a time where people are driving, although they have not had enough sleep.
Right.
Okay, and then of course overspeeding. So one of the things I think can, when we look later at solutions, some analysis of these self-accidents, where they have taken place, and what could be the circumstances for this. I think that will help us a lot in deciding, and also in terms of the category of the drivers and riders. How many of them are migrant laborers? How many of them are domestic tourists? How many of them were driving a private vehicle or a rent-a-car
Right.
or rent-a-bike? I think
Correct.
this sort of data will help improve the interventions that are perceived as required to deal with.
So I'll just...
No, now, in fact, we have doing a campaign actually.
Right.
We have brought a large amount of postcards.
Right.
There is 25 paisa postcard.
Right.
And we intend to write to all the MLAs. Students will write, teachers, citizens, saying that, Papa, you come up with a constituency plan.
Right.
See, if each of these MLAs take up a constituency plan on road safety,
Right.
okay, at least in 2 or 3 panchayats they may achieve it. They may not achieve the entire thing. But unless there is political will, you see, from
And that
all,
has to penetrate to the panchayats also. and the
Exactly,
municipalities.
exactly. So,
Yes.
I have myself spoken to some of the MLAs saying,
Yes.
at least you please ensure that the road safety committees are formed at least in your constituency.
Right.
So I am now pursuing with the ZP members.
How many such road safety committees are there?
No, committees are there. The
Right.
question, they must hold a meeting,
Right.
they must deliberate, they must give suggestions, they must criticize, whatever, but do something. Just being on a piece of paper doesn't mean. So, one of the things now I will be also taking up with Zilla Panchayat members. Whatever it is, they may have 3 or 4, some may have 5 panchayats under them.
Right.
But we have to energize the political leadership.
My suggestion would be basically to all the parents and the students. You all leave early, okay, leave on time, okay, that will help us to avoid any unwanted accidents, which will also help, and follow the rules and traffic regulations, wherein you all will avoid getting challans. Secondly, the office goers, please leave on time, that, and you all know where the schools, where the colleges are. these are accident prone zones. So like this students, like they will always be students, parents will always be parents, but the office goers, you all are considered as adults.
Right.
Take care of this younger citizen, younger children also. Be very cautious where the schools are. So I think this way, if I again come with that term, self-discipline, if all of us we are self-disciplined, I think the accidents we can get rid of them. That will be my last message.
Yeah. Ms. Amrika, your suggestion.
Yeah, I agree with Mr. Clive that we have to bring in good traffic culture if we want to be safe on the road. As everybody has said that even if there are a lot of infrastructure or equipments and a lot of cameras, everything if we do, but if we do not follow the discipline, then it is useless. So one important thing which we have to, as every citizen has to do, that we have to adopt a good traffic culture to be safe on the road. So that's how we can avoid the accidents and safe.
Yeah. Roland, I'll just come to you. I'll let you have the last word. Munir, you.
My suggestion for the traffic rules would be the students should take the traffic rules seriously themselves, and others should not be the one telling them that they should follow them.
Right.
They should avoid over speeding. Either it is for fun, showing off, or either they have to reach college on time, because missing a lecture would not be much of a loss than meeting with an accident. The second thing would be as you said, the students should be able to give their opinions and suggestions to the government, to the MLAs about how they can improve, what are their suggestions, how they want the improvement to be as per their wanting. If that happens, I guess the students will be more deliberate in following the rules. So they will be more open to accepting them, and the implementation process would be much easier for the police themselves.
Right, right. Roland, how can we take this whole safety movement forward in the light of all that we have discussed?
Yeah. So I would say begin with yourselves. And if the Herald Group can take this up,
most certainly.
Yeah,
most certainly.
start with the State Road Safety Week, end of September, and let
create
us
the awareness and work together.
And since like 27th September is World Tourism Day, let's build up a strong campaign on
and link tourism with road safety.
Yeah, on the tourism stakeholders, get them involved.
Right.
Media. So let us see some new, involvement in the next 4 months. I'm sure that if we do that, we will be able to see some very concrete results from what we have discussed today.
Watch on Herald TV.